the half. This feels like a powder keg ready to explode, especially with Miniboo so far up. But Zeus is on the hunt. He's behind him, and he's already got rid of Nats. Camo and Wayne at least making sure that Team Liquid have the sight and should get the spike down.
Bit of patience in position here, though, from Liquid, waiting for those pushes, catching another of them on the FUT side now.
You can see that Purple as well for that Hunter's Fury, very deep, but that leaves the players on site a little bit weak in terms of support. So it's just up to Camo, and he's calling for Purple to get into position. Now in towards main, that's been identified, but Purple manages to spam through the smoke. Camo not winning his duel. It's a 2 versus 1, and it's the Hunter's Fury he has to depend upon. The boat's not hitting. EMEA is just holding on. It's 8 for FUT, and Team Liquid after 4 ultis can't.
Because look at the rest of Liquid, snaking their way through spawn. Yetijay has cottoned on to this idea and repositioning inside the defender's smoke. Ooh. He does walk away with one, but that won't be enough.
Well, not, but at least FUT have the information to adjust. He's just going for the fight.
And that's just holding down the line. It's a luxury for him. Zeus walks straight into the crosshair, and this retaking pack of players in through middle is now starting to cut its way into the site. Sop Advance trying to hold this aggressive line as much as possible. Good for a little bit of delay, but only 1 kill on the trade. So FUT continuing to trail in this situation. Kristali sat in the back of sight, and that's where the plant is. 4 bright skies on the horizon perhaps for the defenders, as who has been targeted here by the knife, but Sop just serves him up.
Exactly. FUT though, uncharacteristically, going to take a break, wait to see what Team Liquid want to do. They have to go and look and get the numbers back in their favour.
And this is exactly something they need to be able to show us. A bit of an adaptation in these moments. I was talking earlier in the map about finding their identity, but it's from advantageous positions where they struggled the most in kickoff. They have one here. And searching for another. Camo digs in his pockets to find the knife and try and work out what this broader picture looks like. I would say that's about their chances here, if not lower, with the weapons that they have. Purple the only one on a pistol, but it's just the sheer numbers that you've got to chew through that make this a problem. And look, if FUT are going to get access to site as easy as this, and Liquid are playing for retaking a number of these rounds, that's when the problems continue to pop up for them. Purple the next to go out of the round, and that's not 10 HP. What on earth is Liquid's in-game leader supposed to do with that? He continues to call away orders, as you can see them now re-clearing into mid. The door opening heard by Sop, who only has 20 HP himself, but will still walk away with a kill. Traded indirectly through Miniboo.
Yeah, and that's also only on 10 HP, so that's at least the even in between both teams. FUT slowly making their way towards B, and that's slowly making his way over.
Broadly playing a 2-2 with mid completely forfeited now. Camo has the knife queued up, just spotting the edge of the corner, but Sociable's already so far advanced. He's got to be careful not to get caught here. Does back up with the judge eventually, and as Nats arrives, his timing could not be better. Cutting off the cross, Sociable's already made it inside the site, but now something's got to happen for FUT. Reached 30 seconds and still no progress on the site itself. Sop goes down, and all the rest cut out behind. Goes straight for an A hit, 5 players at the gate. Sop with the ult though, has to wait for the knife to finish before he can pop it.
And well, he's straight through in towards backside though. Can't catch Nats off guard, not like that. A triple kill now. It's Team Liquid. Look for a flawless round. Just Zeus in the middle. Look towards that B site, there's only 2 players, and as if they're all alone.
Yeah, 2 players coming in from main as well. What a shot from Camo. Zeus with a head taken clean off. But FUT still,
it always seems to be in VCT. Nats holding on towards site, trying to deny FUT any opportunity of a post plan, but he's denied his life. That spike can go down now.
Oh, if it doesn't get body blocked by Sop. Very close in the end, but with a second to spare, FUT in this position. The only second layer is from middle, a very deep post plant.
Yeah, it is only pistols. That's the big thing for Team Liquid coming back in. But obviously, Miniboo using his ultimate here, and that's what's going to get him the kill. Yetijay through mid gets one of his own, though, and it should be something easy for FUT, and it will end up being.
Selfless entry which Liquid require, as Sop has been doing the heavy lifting for FUT in that regard right now. His op finds a kill on B, and that's where Miniboo repositions.
He's looking for one more up against the operator of Miniboo. Still one more close by. That was Wayne. But look at the spike. This is just cloak and dagger stuff. Sop tries to get away. He's just now played in through mid.
Oh, this is perfect. Wayne is taking his timing while all of this is happening as well, following it up, taking as much space as is possibly being given. A chance to make something happen. He'll just swing at the chance to take down Sop. That will be enough main control for Liquid.
30 seconds
left. He is known about and one shot from Zeus to get the post plant settled. So 4 versus 3 retake with an operator on Miniboo will be an issue.
And Yetajay just holding the elbow line. Miniboo has to try and flick to find this, looking to drop in but can't do it. 6 feet under instead. And Yetajay leading FUT towards a 10th here, as he will find another kill onto Nats. Only Purpo left standing 1v4. So FUT starting to go through the motions as they do respond eventually and make sure that this goes down to the wire as we head into the last few rounds of this second half.
Yeah, the drought of rounds finally.
You want to shape your macro off the back of it, and well, FUT, they're all in on B.
Straight away, Zeus the one to be the entry, supported by Sop, and these two, man, the entry is just so good. Miniboo under pressure, can't quite make the op work, and won't make the shorty work either. So Camo now, it's all up to him, but it's a Zeus double that unlocks the site. Spike to go down, and the last 2 players saving, FUT are up to 11.
This is why a few people are actually calling for a second player. It's Zeus that's going to join him. Miniboo cowering in this corner. Has to puff out his chest and find these frags. He's been the best player on Liquid so far in Breeze. That it drags Purpo, he's interested, so is Nats, and only then, once FUT have already made it into the site, does he then start to recapture that position and actually find Sociable on the spam.
Something back in their favour. The pit dropped, a real problem to try and defumigate.
Oh, Nats still here trying to offer relief against Sop, but he's in the eye of the storm now. Back to the Viper's Pit, a place which he would call home, but it's been repossessed by FUT. He is fully relying on this main control from the rest of his team coming up with the goods, but Yetajay is holding down the line. He'll get caught sleeping on the angle. Crystali with a quick trade. Do they know about Camo? Doesn't seem to be the case just yet. 8 rounds at the end of the first half, but can't dwell on it for too long. Liquid are all in on A. This defender's side could very much live or die on what Camo's able to do. Walks away with a couple. Wayne also involved, but it's a 2-on-2 when the dust settles.
Spike going straight down here. Purple using his ultimate early doors, but he's got nothing from it.
Oh, that's repositioning to just support this push on down. Yetajay already in the corner. Drone there showing disrespect. Snaps on.
They've played, so probably looking to do more of the same here as Nats. Needs to be watching themselves here. You can already see that FUT want to get rid of him. And while the spike goes down, advantage towards FUT. So straight through, the players from the AGO go in towards A lobby. Another pick in the favour of the defender's side. But still that time ticks away. Camo with a lovely shot, but not long for this world. Now a 2 versus 4. A little bit troublesome, but Wayne still gets a couple of his own. You can see towards main. It's up to Purple to clutch. A 1 versus 1 and Sociable.
Site, but very quick to react. They are ready for this, and with Yetajay the first to find a kill on the way back through. Sociable following it up. There might be a problem here for Liquid. Looking at the guns, running dry. Pistol and a Bulldog left here. Purpo's playing a ridiculous timing. I thought that was the teammate. But no, Wayne is the Omen player on site. And he's dead and buried along with the rest. Crystali retrieves a rifle and puts right...
Only Purple who's the real danger man in terms of weaponry. That Guardian in hand.
He was the big player in the previous games they've had this stage. Purple brings the site open. Comes crumbling down that site hold from FUT. The rifles need to be dished around here, and Camo's the first to pick one up. Nats left with just the pistol. Playing from garage, but Sop doesn't find the lineup. So Crystali needs another 3K because we've gone back to back, and Liquid this time with the Thrifty. Camo is just one away from getting a run it back. And actually, Crystali applying thick pressure through this ultimate does tag onto Nats, and Zeus pre-firing through the wall is able to take him out of play, but Liquid collapse upon the issue, and they've done a brilliant job to get past it.
Yeah, and that's the cons of what FUT or how FUT want to play, right? Sometimes back immediately stopped, and two ultimates that won't necessarily find a whole bunch of value unless Miniboo decides to make himself be the value man. Straight towards the back of side, 9 players getting back in. Nice kills overall. Team Liquid have that C site for themselves.
So the round count continuing to increase. Sociable has nothing to do with it, and I
Zeus just dropping off. The really bolt not catching him, but the blade's catching Miniboo. An even trade in the end, but on the B site, that's where you want your pistols, right? That's where you really want to try and cause an issue. Team Liquid, though, begin to make the post plant a little bit drawn out in towards that B main portion.
Yeah, Camo would love to farm up some of these orbs in post as well. We were talking about the Phoenix. He's only going to get one, and it's for his own bloody death. So with Stop removing him and this recon through the wall looking nasty, Wayne has to make something happen, and he will. 3 picked up. Sociable has recovered a Phantom here, and I mean, he's got his own smoke to play around, so now there's a problem. Purpo, the player we were just talking about, has to come up in the clutch against the captain. Flash straight in the face, and with tag damage around the corner, time is dwindling. Sociable needs this kill now. He's got plenty of it. And with Crystali just dropping info in behind here, the reclear is slow, the shoulder of Miniboo spotted, Sop gets away, and it's just a rolling retreat. Not allowing Liquid to take an nasty little off angle here, watching the walk up through Garage, and he's got 2 targets to face up against. Purpo is the easy collection. Nat's a little more gnarly. Twice the players to stand against them, but it is only Zeus with boots on the ground for C right now. He's having no trouble. They'll be looking to overload A lobby as much as possible, stop this Liquid progression again.
Denial through Zeus this time, not through the operator.
Huge catch.
And it's a second prong to the approaches. Now Team Liquid take on B, and it's just Miniboo alone, but look at the spike, nowhere near this site.
Crystali is just tracking the situation. It's only Miniboo that's managed to get across so far. He's a bit of an insert, and FUT will have to clear this. They've droned him out, in fact.
Oh, Yetaji has caught a glimpse as Miniboo escapes just in towards grass, and the rest of Team Liquid make movements, but that ultimate right there from Yetaji could decide the round.
I mean, he's not wasting any time to go check off the back of it, is he?
No, he's certainly not. And now the operator on the line through CT. Sop working his way in. Zeus in from Garage. Team Liquid, where do you go? What poison do you choose? Because it's a real problem at this moment in time. Wayne at least manages to get Yetaji, but Zeus and Crystali in at the right time. Up to Miniboo. Can he find any more?
Maybe a bit of a fake towards A. No, the spike now committed.
It's a big point to hold down the site. Zeus managing to keep himself alive, but it's Crystali instead. Flashed up and caught. Now Sop's shorting. He can't get much more. And we look towards the captain.
Ooh, another round where Sociable is arriving late. And you can already see Liquid are catering the post plant to it. Very quick collection of information.
Nicely done. So what can Sociable give us in this point in time? Had a good year last year with BBL. Switched allegiances now on towards FUT. Doesn't look as if he's going to get much here at all. A full build of utility, Paranoia still there, and giving away his position with the alarm bot destruction. Still taking his time on the pickup, but time is now starting to be his enemy. He doesn't have any more left, and that's going to give Team Liquid their 6th. I swear that FUT make inroads.
So, leading this pack in behind. Nats is going to catch the first of them. The first to expect such a position, but he does fall after his initial involvement. And once again, I speak of those protocols on the Liquid side.
Just making their way up. Sop, the leading line once again. Has that really bolt? Has a slide.
But Liquid have adjusted to their position. A-Link is where they're holding from, but Sop does find the entry. Crystali follows it up, and actually, there's no one here to defend the plant. Miniboo trying his best, but he will not succeed this time around. And so FUT have fought, and just when I was saying that Liquid looked like they had what it took in that situation, they were set up on the wrong side of the site.
And I want to talk to you about this map right now, because FUT up to 4, Haven always typically that attacker-sided, what we expected. What do you think's enough for FUT? Do you think 4, 5, 6?
It's hard to say, because I think historically FUT have always been a fantastic defensive team. Big component of that, Yetege, and he is struggling so far in terms of performance compared to the rest.
Yeah, win this. Nice! Come on! Nice!
A lot more conclusive. This Sob just sitting in the smoke for now, but before it expires, he drops back and Camo will collect. Zeus, the one with the scope weapon this time, delivers a bullet to Miniboo, but it's the Blades that will have to do the talking now. Classic out to stop the Seekers. Knives in his hands! Zeus does it all! And with Nats left in a 1v2, there is still possibility to this. Sociable ready for a swing though, and with that, FUT put it to a close.
That one round you spoke about, FUT are able to get it, and also that's when Team Liquid pushed all of their ultimates to the middle of the felt. All in they went, Seekers run it back, and they never got the value. So with one round left to play, and
I think found this time, Sop has one of his own, and Sociable's actually walked all the way down middle. Kill picked up, Nats leaves his head hanging, and Sociable finds another.
How does Team Liquid respond to this? Sociable's looking for more.
Just doesn't know when he's beaten. Still, that same BBL blood running through his veins, the aggression that they've shown. Has to TP away. Has support on this deeper line. Camo able to collect a couple, but the Hunter's Fury that does drop in. As you say, this is getting out of hand. Sop in the right position to play spoiler to it all. The stun will land at Purpo's feet, and the shorty should have done it all. No!
Health in favour of Crystali. He's a while away, so that plant will at least go down.
Is this a shot kill? Yes, it is! Crystali! Just across the faces of the players there, where does the lift come from? Who's bringing the boost? Sop, well, gives away a free confidence hit there, but there is follow-up, and they get their revenge.
Yeah, and they get the sight, so Spike can go down, advantage.
The default hold, and Yetege's being clipped away at here as well, but time is of the essence, and those shots need to be hit. Purpo finding the first between the eyes of Sociable, but Yetege is there playing backfiller. Purpo another, but it will not suffice in the end. FUT's first pistol is the biggest yet.
It is. Could that be the way to kick on from here now? It's always been a response after the pistol to be quick, and that's exactly the case. Through Sewers, that's the entry through Zeus. His 20th kill so far this map, and that's all it's going to be at this moment in time. Denied through the round. Still 2 rifles to play with if you're FUT.
That's the lesson that FUT have to learn there. The initial aggression is great. You've got a triple dive with Sociable TPing in as well, but at what point do you then start to recoil a little bit? That's a lesson that Liquid had to learn at Santiago, and what Lohan was talking about earlier.
Sociable moving the players around the map though with just one smoke. He could walk in towards that A site himself if he really wanted to.
And I like this call as well. Yetege creating the pressure front B, forcing a reclear from Liquid. That opens up the A site. A chance for them to walk. Traded with one back. Sociable trying to chase it up. Misses the TP on the boost. 8 bullets from up close. Has to land almost every one, so it's down to the sidearm, and the spam still finding answers. And just for a moment you thought there was a shock on the horizon, but Liquid can weather that storm in the end.
Do they weather the storm? It feels like they get into dock, but it's going to be a big repair job into the next round. What do you have in terms of a buy? Straight in, go for that plant. He's denied though. Wayne within the corner, not cleared. Given a chance. So now, FUT have to try and fight for this back. Sociable doesn't have his ult.
I mean, the fast lane just doesn't last long enough to give him real coverage there. I know there's spam to try and support it, but what tools do FUT have left to recover? This feels like one of those rounds that you get in ranked where the spike is dropped front B and it's from there as well.
No!
It's only a moment's time before the execute comes in. Here is the Hunter's Fury laying up Zeus, but without Sop, that follow-up is just nowhere to be seen. For as good as both of them were in tandem, FUT without either in this situation now. Sociable can cover distance, but he has to find kills and it's already started onto Nats.
So to unlock, try and cut it open. Nats now having to hold on. It's a player you can rely upon as he looks to try and dance around the edge, but he falls to a shock dart. So it's Miniboo and Camo with flashes and pocket. Yeah, exactly.
Seeker's chasing this play up. It's to Purpo that they will head. Sociable with a risky TP. It's not gone his way. Still Camo chasing this. Do they want to go A? It feels like Liquid should already know, and they do.
Yeah, FUT playing exactly into Liquid's hands. And from heaven, Miniboo gets the next kill. That could be the deciding one. Where's Yetije?
Yeah, I mean, Killjoy setup's down. He has a lurk timing here, and actually Yetije just spots Camo walking over towards the other site.
Doesn't have a rifle though,
30 seconds left.
And that is the issue.
I think that the biggest difference so far in this round has been Miniboo and how quickly he's getting to these sites. He has a slide on the retake, and I think that little bit of gap close to break any kind of crossfire, which of course isn't going to exist, is everything here.
Well, the camera doesn't get the information, flashed and destroyed, and Crystalli running for the hills, looking to play in Yetije. I don't think he's got the time, and I think that Liquid know about it, and well, they do now, after that one bullet from Purple. Crystalli now has to be the one to clutch up from main, and he has to try and deny the defuse. Half sure, but there needs to be more bodies put on the line. Yetije gone, Crystalli can't take the defuser off this one towards the site. Yetije is detached from the main pack.
They don't want to dig in their heels here, but they want to go ahead and scour the entire of C-Link to find another. Purpo caught, flash in hand. Just able to step back for a moment, but Zeus left as a reminder of their authority. Trades in effect, and Wayne's reposition is spotted ahead of time.
That's massive. Now both players have to try and come from CT, come together.
I mean, Wayne's still alive here with smokes, so FUT should understand they can't afford to drop too far back. Slight anticipation with Nats around that the lockdown would have been used, but it is only Wayne now. And he's going to be caught by
attack on Breeze.
One of the reasons why Liquid call the timeout is that, you know, this is their eco. Gun round coming up in just a little bit. They need plans if they want to stop FUT from snowballing this, and already that highlighted player Purpo has been removed. That is a first death that he won't be happy to receive.
No, he will not. And Wayne, once again, at the back of Plat. He's played here before, and it was just to rid him of his position, but it's Miniboo out with an ultimate. And this is a little bit interesting because there's perhaps a rifle to pick up on that default spot. Are all alone on site, and that's the issue, right? These two need to combine to take down four. And well, it's only going to be Nats left. He's had to go for the reels. And he's still within the corner, calling for Camo to get back. That smoke going to stop everything. You can see trying to run for the hills. Sop still gets a kill and the second. And on towards the C site. Miniboo, operator in hand, can't quite get his opposite number. So FUT into post.
Quite a lot of damage taken on board by FUT here, though. Multiple players under 50 HP.
Yeah, and you look towards that retake, it's not as potent as what we once thought. Those ultimates offline. And information in terms of the Cypher ultimate being used.
Yeah.
You can see right now this post-plant success rate, very good for FUT.
I mean, 50% is good enough, and when you contrast that to Liquid on their retakes, as we saw on Breeze, the general statistic is that, yeah, it's an area, a paradigm of their game where they've struggled. This is cheeky from Sop. He has walked past the other two players, so actually, Miniboo just thinking about the possibility of a timing. It's not out of the realms.
It's not. I think he'll be safe within the corner, so at least Team Liquid come into the next round with a majority on a buy, on a rifle. And yeah,
decision to make. Commitment to the plant is made, And Liquid trying to rally off the back of this. Zeus, the timing is terrible as he turns his head. He's caught by Nats, and now FUT drop back.
Liquid do have smokes up as well, and that's why they're just holding the defuse, Hazza. Nobody there to stop it. It's double digits for Liquid, and a blunder by FUT.
One which will be needed. The C site under threat again.
And once again, Nats is going to be the one to try and hold on towards site. And once again, he might be the downfall because advantage is given to FUT, and that's a post plan.
Into this retake, of course, Miniboo does have the op, so whether that gets traded out, it's yet to be seen. Camo, a flash, and Molly, plenty of tools to work with here.
Yeah, they're trying to fling it all in just to break entry into the site. But look at FUT. The rifles are active, the players are ready, they want to end it here. Miniboo trying to clutch up, and that's a real chance. 1 versus 1 against Crystalli. That info dart, giving it away. Crystalli should know now, nobody on the spike. That tap to try and beat him out, and it still goes ping out where the alarm bot is, and Nats is respecting this. He does not want to get caught out, wants to play the 5v5, and the Nano's just doing chip damage overall. And we're going into 5 alive for either side and post.
Yep, fully concedes the site, not wanting to be penalised, and so what utility do Liquid have on the way back in? There's blinds for both sides. Those could go traded. Camo trying to jump in from the heavens, stunned up at the feet. There was Sop, and FUT in the end find the kills in the feed. But these rounds haven't been a certainty for them so far. Another 3v1. This time it's Wayne gets the first. Can't find the second. Yet here's another quick piece from FUT. Oh, actually missed the cancel there, did Purpo, but does find the all-important shot onto Sop, who has materialized in front of him. All bodies on Liquid here, and the side defense is concrete.
Spike on Miniboo. Sociable the one to try and clear it, does so successfully.
Wait. Yeah, just re-engages and finds it cleanly. Camo is low, no tools to heal himself. And with Purpo out of the picture, 5 HP is all he's got to work with.
Yeah, Sociable wishing he never used the ultimate early in the round.
Would be the one way to get the spike back, so instead they've got to go the long way round. Yetege doesn't have a cage. Sociable's waiting for his own cover to come up. Camo just sneaks through it. Bit of an awkward timing. Yetege wants to re-clear this, but both kills light up.
Zeus, not cleared in the corner. The Team Liquid consider it. Seems Wayne's first up, and he can't live up to it. Zeus is out, an advantage taken.
Huge from FUT, and Liquid are trying to follow this up. Purpo goes down, and now there are serious issues.
Well, we put importance on this defensive round win, and FUT seemed to have cracked it straight away, the operator being the big component.
We'd only seen Liquid go for this fast A-take a couple of times, and obviously you're trying to build that synergy between your duelists. It's really Purpo that is flashing for Miniboo more than anyone else, just based on the amount of ground that he's able to cover. So a re-hit back in here still requires aggression, and Sociable has to be tempered in his approach.
Molly's missed. So while he's tempered in his approach, he's still able to hold on towards his line. Camo taking a late approach as the spike goes down.
That's playing on the front foot. This is exactly what Liquid need to turn this one on its head, and you can see FUT still thinking about it.
Yeah, Yetege, the one marked to try and guard the back line as they come out of CT. Miniboo now gives himself away on the rifle. Sop to grab him. 2 versus 5. This would be the biggest of tasks. In fact, it has to be all on Camo. A flash out. The players not going to try and grab him, but the defuse coming through. A massive round. The weight being felt by the players of either side, right? That's the big thing here. As Team Liquid walk up into A lobby, about to face each other. Miniboo, Wayne! Team Liquid have their chance. As Sop comes into the smoke, trying to fight back. And leaves Yetege all alone to try and fight for that spike.
Has a cage, but that's about it.
And the fans showing their appreciation for keeping themselves alive. Yetege waiting for the smoke to go for his chance to take the next fight. As time ticks away. plenty of smokes being thrown. He wants to be, or Team Liquid want him to be at a disadvantage.
That Phoenix will last forever, I swear.
That's the issue.
With the smoke replenished and the alarm bot heard by EMEA, he knows he's unlikely to win this.
Well, he wins the first. And wants to try and get rid of that alarm bot to take the next fight. And he's done so successfully, clearing out what 2 players to find. And he can't get them with what was the operator on foot, but it's no longer the case.
Early wall up from Liquid, doubling down on their approach, but SOP wins the opening duel, and not only that, it is completely untraded.
And the spike being dropped would have been heard or announced by the announcer. Sociable once again aggressive through mid, announcing himself, but Team Liquid tried to take the site and foothold.
Further spacing issues for Liquid on their execution. It just feels like they're caught in 2 minds. Nat's on a re-clear after Sociable, making his presence felt in middle. And again, the A lobby fight collapses. Purpo, awkward timing, dropping out of window! But FUT just leave themselves hanging, and it's another opportunity that could be missed for them here.
Yeah, they have to rotate all the way over, but Team Liquid take their time. They know they have to take these fights.
It's on SOP, as it has been a few times, to stretch the Liquid line and let the rest get played back through.
But he has no more utility.
Does have the movement at the very least. And I mean, Yetijay's trap's still up here, so they know that the players are still inside the site, and SOP, with the first engagement, finds no problem at all. FUT's 3rd series point, 3rd chance to crown themselves top of Alpha. Instead, FUT, the ones that win the opening duels. Purpo left behind on A, he's the only one this time, and the one at most threat.
Qualification to playoffs can be within FUT's sight. Purple again, as you said, the only man on
the shoulder with paranoia. If they want to go for it, are Liquid all in on this site hold? Looks like it. Wayne the one to fire off first. FUT need the follow-up. Oh, and SOP is so dangerously low, but still, they get away with it, and the payload coming in, the plant will survive.
Purple has a full belt to get them back into sight, but how do you retake with an Odin?
5 seconds on that second flash. One might just do the trick, but Nats has to be quick on these kills because SOP has his... Oh, how on earth he's going to punish it? Just like that. Liquid get another one back in, and well, for FUT, it's been a brilliant road up until this point, but another opportunity to close cannot go wasted. Zeus will make no mistake. Yetijay's there.
Information that's needed. And the players start to move out on towards B.
Exactly, it's where Liquid now start to take some of those liberties, and that's already lurking through A in the meantime. SOP with the first action of this pistol round, but Minibu equal in return. Both smoke players sent out of the round by a Neon.
Yeah, but FUT now being dragged towards B, but the spike is heading A.
And that is where Yetijay finds himself in an interesting position to try and disrupt this rotation. Minibu equally so. He's still yet to be plucked out of backside B, and this is where the problems start to pick up for FUT. At the same time, SOP and Yetijay combining, and that spins it to a 3v2.
Yetijay, though, is very close to the A site. He could be a big disruption, but look at Nats, the forward position.
Is he going to catch Crostali? Just playing with a little bit of discipline here, the youngster into the team. But he does get caught out, and now it's a 2-on-2. Nats trying to mastermind a pistol round for Liquid here. Has a general scope of where these players now are, as the plant is for him in this deep position in the bridge. Purpo yet to be dug out from main, and as the time ticks down, someone's got to get to work. SOP on the one angle where he's somewhat safe, but even that is just an illusion.
Plenty of targets as well. Does have the Sova behind him. Oh, the drone will clear out. It's going to be Crostali to hold, but Zeus yet to be cleared. It will be Minibu to do it. Nice entries, and still alive on 5 HP.
Now, looking at the setup here, yeah, FUT
here.
Setting up for a retake. I mean, Yetijay's still on the other side of the map. It's a long rotation for him, and with Sociable dead, should maybe be thinking about a save here now, and yeah, Yetijay 1v5.
Of the operator.
And we're yet to see this deviation of having the Viper towards A since the early rounds, so should be an easy way in here for Liquid as they're looking to hit the site 5 strong yet again. Minibu barreling through. FUT off the back of it do trade out. Sociable with the double from the corner, but Camo just relaying that information back to where the captain stands. And speaking of, Nats will try and put him back on his feet, but it's short-lived.
Yeah, 1 versus 2, Operator now on the A side. That spike's going to be hard to pick up.
Nats with a wall and an orb, though. There are tools at his disposal to play around the site here.
My ultimate isn't ready.
Quick delay on the spike plant. Just searching out any kind of a push from FUT, but absolutely no reason to give him what he wants.
Now with that spike being attempted though, both FUT players are going to start to make their way in.
Oh, Nats is just taking that fight dry into elbow. There could be problems. Liquid are now assaulting towards the site itself, in through the TP. Wayne up top, drops in, finds Sociable. Nats following it in due course as well, and Sop having to keep this backside space as much as he possibly can. Oh, wow! And with the shock of the feet of Camo, that's it. Wrapped up surely. Purpo's got a whole lot to do with 2 players left to find in main and no spike.
Yeah, really needs to make it work for him. The fact he has to go toe-to-toe with...
He won't find Yetege anytime soon as he's on the other side of the map, but this is the duel that he's got to win. On this mid-line, spotted.
I love it, honestly, looking for that aggression, but look at Zeus at the same time, walking down mid and cutting off that space. Nat should have an idea, and he's searching for it.
Here in support as well, but Zeus will land the all-important shot. This 1-2 punch that we were talking about on FUT, starting to show signs of life, but not before Miniboo has anything to say about it. He's the next one chasing up this play on A as Liquid are intensifying in their efforts. Cristali still backed up towards the orange box, but he's holding down his ground as well. Purpo the last man standing, and while the clutch is a little more beyond him this time, he does have the health to support it. Not the many times that we've seen Liquid brute force. Doesn't feel like they're willing to interact with the ebbs and flows of the map sometimes. And Miniboo again finds another entry kill, but as the wall comes crumbling down, there's players in behind, and Sociable, even on the backstab of this own site take, is going to drop 2 bodies and leave Nats again in a 1 versus 3, which he'll give a go.
Oh,
he does find the first, but Sop's right in there.
Once again, Liquid want to go back towards it, and you can see Sociable trying to walk out, but he does give the first entry. Team Liquid taking that space. Cristali coming in and at least getting a double.
Yeah. Liquid immediately able to punish some of that FUT aggression. That's hanging around in middle, but Zeus catches it. Oh, and Sop finds the follow-up as well, so with Spike dropped at the mouth of A main, Miniboo the one this time left to try and do it, would need an ace clutch.
Yeah, but it's against Zeus and Yetege. 2 highlights, really bold, the concuss on the Neon, and with both players being close, you could get high value.
Has to land it though, and just... See Yetege solo guarding B, this could be a real issue.
It could, especially with Sop looking to go towards elbow, but the players of Liquid don't think about it. The molly did get off, and now Sop trying to take up guard once again. Has heard the Neon. Is there anyone else from main? There is, it's Nats, but that pit's not going to allow Zeus's Operator now getting involved, and FUT are here to start the retake. Wayne in a corner, trying to hold on, manages to escape, holding on, but it goes. It's up to Camo and Nats now. Spike's still not down, and Nats can't leave the pit. In fact, Team Liquid have left the site.
Just sitting in main, waiting for some kind of a re-clear, a re-wrap back through middle perhaps. Camo spots the op, he's got to leave. FUT are all here and ready to defend this.
They are. They're waiting for it. No more flashes on Camo either, but does at least manage to take Sociable off guard. The Blades of Zeus cutting away at Liquid's chances in this one. This is up to Nats to clutch up once again, and we know what he can do. Of course we do, as he gets the first pretty easily. Shots being fired his way. 20 seconds left, needs to get that spike down, at least attempt it. But it's Sop and Cristali you're up against.